Shelly and Ace and Nicolandria are not a part of the cast announcement for Beyond the Villa Season 2. And my question to y'all is, why are you shocked? Why are you shocked? Why are you demanding for them to be there? Make it make sense. This is Anonymous T. And let's get it crack-a-lackin'. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous T. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous T Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous T Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are reacting to the announcement of the Beyond the Villa Season 2 cast, and I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions, and a lot of y'all have some interesting reactions as well, since y'all supposedly hated certain islanders and all the things, but y'all mad at the ones that were not a part of this cast, and we're going to get into the why. So first and foremost, we're going to get into the article that is the official announcement for Beyond the Villa Season 2, and first and foremost, let me say I am glad that PPG declined, has no part of this, because what the fans of Season 6 wanted was a PPG spinoff. But these Peacock producers were so cocky and were like, let's instead make a redemption arc for Aaron and Connor and Kendall. No, we didn't ask for that. We didn't ask for that, so now let's get into the article. So it says, Love Island Beyond the Villa renewed for Season 2 at Peacock with Love Island USA Season 7 cast BravoCon appearance confirmed. Peacock has renewed Love Island Beyond the Villa for Season 2, and this time cameras will be following the Islanders from Love Island USA Season 7. Cameras will follow winners, Amaya and Brian, as they return to their lives, but this time under a spotlight following the success of the dating reality series. The new season of the spin-off series is set to begin filming next week, you guys, and is scheduled to premiere in early 2026. So most likely January. Most likely they are going to be filming for November and December, and then hopefully by January we get the episodes no later than February. I believe for Beyond the Villa for Season 6 they filmed around, what was it? I think like March, April, May-ish or so, and then we got, well, originally we were supposed to get it, they were supposed to premiere in June. I don't know if y'all remember, they were supposed to coincide with the new Season 7. But then, y'all, they decided to premiere it later on. I believe in July. So none of the less, the cast of the show also includes Grayson, Jeremiah, Clarkett, Hannah, Pepe, Iris, TJ, Andreina, Chris. I thought Chris made so much money overseas and could be playing overseas right now. It is a running joke full of lies and propaganda, and it is a scheme set up by Todd, because you were never going back overseas. Bella, Coco, and Taylor, and other Islanders from Season 7. So I anticipate that there might be cameo appearances from other people on the cast. It says Amaya and Brian have since ended their relationship, we know, proving that the drama continues beyond the villa. Notably absent from the cast announcement were Season 7 breakout stars and fan favorites Nicolas, Alandria, Ace, Shelly, Austin. Whoa. Austin was not a breakout star, y'all. See, this is the lies and the delusions and the propaganda for me. When was Austin a breakout star? On what planet was Austin ever a breakout star? Because he was not. And Hoda, here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it to y'all. I'm gonna give it to y'all 100. I think Grayson took Hoda's spot. I think Hoda was supposed to be on Beyond the Villa. I truly do. You cannot convince me otherwise. Let me quickly finish this article. Amaya, Jeremiah, and Iris are set to make an appearance at BravoCon in Las Vegas on Sunday, November 16th, where fans will have the opportunity to meet them as part of the Bravoverse live stage panel, which will air live on Peacock as well. Why didn't they invite Pepe? Isn't Pepe a finalist? Okay. Love Island Beyond the Villa made its debut this past summer on Peacock, ranking as the #1 highest reaching unscripted original debut season ever, according to the streamer. Listen, people were starved and they missed season 6 of getting along and being friends, and they thought you were giving them a PPG spinoff. And y'all lied to them, y'all put them up in those apartments next to each other, and y'all fabricated and manufactured storylines, and it came off as inauthentic and as awkward, and you gave all the screening time to Connor and Aaron and Kendall. That was not what we asked for, you guys. So then it says as well that the first season followed former Islanders from season 6 as they returned home after a life-altering summer in Fiji and navigated their newfound fame. ITV America produces the series in association with Group Emotion Entertainment, David George, Adam Scher, Jordana Hodgman, Sarah Howell, Brian Apple, Tom Ciaccio, and Blake Garrett executive produce alongside Chet Fester. See, these are the people y'all need to be contacting as far as the treatment of these Islanders on this particular show and the trauma and everything else. And then after that, it has individual pictures of the Islanders from the reunion. Now, here is the thing, you guys. Here is the thing. I stand firm in believing that Huda was supposed to be a part of this cast. And I suspect that they were going to try to have an Amaya, Iris, and Huda type of PPG reincarnate situation, and it did not go the way that they had planned because they cannot justify trying to still have Huda up on their show after the scandal of her and Louis laughing after a caller said Alandria's name and the N-word with the hard ER on the end. It was never going to work out. So I firmly believe Huda was supposed to be on the show and they were going to fabricate another PPG. I never got the anticipation that Nico Landria nor Shalais were going to be a part of the show. All intents and purposes, Ace almost immediately unfollowed Love Island USA the moment that he got out of the villa and got his phone back. There was never a situation where they were ever going to be on the show. Now, Shelly might have been a part of this, but because she has friendship, she's close friends with Andreina, and she's cool with Iris. They just participated in the True Religion campaign, and she's cool with Jeremiah. But nonetheless, I never got the vibe that they would fully be in. And she's cool. She's cool with Taylor and Clark. So perhaps maybe a cameo if they go out to eat or something. But nonetheless, I never anticipated them doing the show. But for some of y'all wanted Shalais on the show so that y'all could continue to have content, so y'all could continue to pick apart their relationship. Make it make sense. Just like there was people who wanted Nico Landria on the show to also pick apart what they got going on. To see in this type of lens, if the relationship is legitimate or not, right? Like y'all are so predictable. Y'all fans are so predictable. And I am glad that Shelly and Alandria in particular said no. Here is the thing. Had y'all not played in these Islanders' faces for season 7, had y'all not did the most to victimize Huda and make it seem like Huda was the victim in every situation, whether it was against Jeremiah, whether it was against Shelly, whether it was against Alandria, I think Alandria and Shelly would have signed on. I truly do, because there's a lot of content, there is a lot of storyline potential there of discussing everything that's happened of the show, their newfound fame, what happened with the fallout with the Ace interview and everything else, and what the real status was of Shelly and Alandria's friendship. There was a lot that could have been there. and with Taylor being a part of the show, would Nicolas resurrect Ed, Ed, and Eddie and the Three Musketeers with him and Ace? There was a lot of storyline potential that was there, but unfortunately, y'all played in these Islanders' faces on the show, so now y'all have the cast that y'all have. Now, here's the thing. There is storyline potential with Amaya and Brian, but to be honest with y'all, I just don't really care. Because everybody knew what it was. Listen, you can vote for Amaya to win the show, that's fine. But I knew what it was, and how this was all going to end, right? Nonetheless, also, there's storyline potential as well with the Iris, TJ, and Pepe situation. So that actually has potential there. And Hannah, I'm guessing, is going to be Iris's BFF. And it was obvious to me, like, y'all should have peeped game when a lot of these Islanders were doing all these streams and trying to do all this content. It gave that they were all testing, a lot of them were testing, to potentially be cast members on Beyond the Villa, you guys. That was what it was giving. So, none of the less, I am not surprised by the names. I am a little bit confused as far as what the angle is going to be on Jeremiah's, storyline arc, because I feel like out of the cast that was announced, he needs the show the least. I feel like him and Jalen have been getting all types of brand deals, all types of opportunities. Jeremiah's book deal and book club has really taken off, and he has all types of partnerships and everything else. So I don't know what his storyline would be. I know he is close with Hannah and Iris, and also maybe there's a potential storyline there on what did or didn't happen with him and Andreina about their time being cut short. But I still feel like it's friend vibes between them. Because for the last I knew, Jeremiah was talking to another girl, allegedly. So nonetheless, I'm trying to figure out like what the potential is supposed to be that is there as it pertains to them. And I feel like Grayson is Huda's replacement. I strongly feel that way, that she was their replacement. Is Coco and Chris going to have something? I don't know. That would be interesting. But Coco's been doing a lot of content lately with JD. And Zach with a C and JD and them, they're all like the Casa people. They're all like really good friends and have been posting all this content. And I remember Zach with a K making a comment that he would be in LA, quote, for the rest of the year, towards the end of the year. And I had suspected that he might be a part of this cast, but maybe he's not a part of the official cast. Like, that's what I'm thinking too, is that these are going to be considered the main cast members and the main storylines that they're going to be following. And if there are not cameras in Oklahoma to showcase Taylor and Clark's, life on the farm and life with the horses, I'm going to be highly disappointed. If y'all gonna show these lives, like I feel like you have to do it right. Either put them all in a house, like a summer house type of situation, or put them back in Fiji. Like this thing where y'all gonna be at one LA apartment in different units and everything else, and we're gonna force scenes, we're gonna force dinners, we're gonna force interactions and all this and all of that. I feel like it's gonna be lame. So I feel like soon, similar to what they did with Beyond the Villa season 1, is we're probably gonna have another cast party now that this has been announced, in which some of the other former Islanders are going to appear. But in just watching the Love Island Games Season 2 cast, I feel like it should have been them that should have been a part of this. More so than Season 7. Because I actually was interested and more invested in the Love Island Games cast than I am in Season 7, especially after the behavior of this cast and how some people were moving the moment that they got their phones back. No. I feel like Chris, for some reason, has this chip on his shoulder that he's bigger than the program and that people are interested in him and that people want to see him. And I need him to be in for a rude awakening. And how is it that he just completely ghosted KK? like just completely ghosted her. I would have loved to see KK on Love Island Games, or I'm not Love Island Games, she was on there, Beyond the Villa. I would have also loved to have seen Andrea as well. There was a lot of people I would have preferred from the Love Island Games cast than this cast announcement. Because the thing is, the difference between this and season 6, like let's just call a thing a thing. This cast don't really like each other like that. They don't. There are alliances within this cast. There are people who were going to look the other cheek, were going to look the other way against problematic behavior of their other cast members for the sake of clout, for the sake of opportunities, for the sake of brand deals. And for those reasons, that tells me who you are. If this was season 6, y'all would have been on one band, one sound. Y'all would have been on any type of problematic behavior is inappropriate. We're not going to stand on it. We're not going to condone that. But that's not the energy for season 7. Season 7 doesn't seem to care about that and seems to care about, listen, looky here, we're going to be cool no matter what. I don't care how problematic you are. As long as it doesn't impact my bottom line, we'll stay cool. But if I feel like you affect my bottom line, I'll publicly distance myself from you or I'll unfollow you. No. Keep it a buck, keep it 100 and everything else and all of that. So obviously your girl will be reviewing this show because I feel like Love Island as a whole, it has gotten too big with the 49% viewers for USA for us not to discuss it. And those of y'all that are saying y'all not going to discuss it or you're not going to watch it, like y'all going to be right there. Y'all are going to be right there because y'all going to want to see what happened and what the tea is, right? And y'all are not going to be able to escape it on social media. So none of the less, I feel like we're going to be back early next year discussing this. So there is that. That is it. That is all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.